Welcome back to another episode of the Xevi Had a Problem podcast. Shout out my sister / producer Menda, who's going to be hopping along this journey with us. We're on Spotify, YouTube. Bro, does anybody have that person that like sometimes you just can't be serious around? Like when you look at this sometimes, like that's my sister. So, excuse me if
I did not do a damn
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. Sometimes you be looking at people and you just be chuckling. So, excuse random bursts of laughter. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, anywhere they show podcasts. And today's podcast, we're going to be talking politics, but in the Xevi way. And what that means is we're going to basically be talking about politics as it relates to you and I. The information you need in today's world, basically, okay? As determined by me. All right. So what I mean by that is, in general, I dislike talking about politics because I feel like that word is so broad. I feel like people put the word politics into anything. For example, the border in the United States of America, right? People say, okay, you got to keep immigrants out. Why? Some people may say because they're bad people. Now, is that political? Or damn, are you, is that like a cultural thing in a sense? Are you just,
It's not exactly a political stance.
It's not exactly a political stance to me, right? But it's what they call politics today because it revolves around the umbrella of immigration. It's like civil rights back in the day. Martin Luther King was a political figure. Fun fact, most people in America disapproved of Martin Luther King's views, right? Saying, what is he? He want all them black folk to be equal, and they're saying this in a political sense, right? They're saying we're just talking politics, Hey, shout out Martin Luther King. He's saying his politics. We're saying our politics. He wants the blacks to be equal. We're saying,
should they really have rights?
Should they really have rights? And they're saying this is a political stance. All right, I'm not here to argue what political is, what political is not. I'm just explaining my viewpoints on that word political before we get into this podcast. Okay, so you can see where I stand and why I'm going to be speaking about topics in a certain way. It'll make sense as we go. All right, just enjoy the ride. And we'll start with a little warm up. We'll talk about Russia and Poland, right? Specifically, Russia having drones flying over Poland. Now,
Sounds like a crazy statement.
No, it's wild.
In 2025.
So in a regular old, if we're doing like a super like newscast, like political thing, we'll talk about the ramifications. We'll talk about this and that. But let me tell you what it really is. All right. Russia flying drones over Poland is basically Russia trying to little bro Poland in a sense, saying, what you finna do about it? You know what I'm saying? And let me explain why. Because Poland had a problem. Russia has always been a thorn in its side. Russia is near Poland. For any country that's close by another country, they probably had a long history of dealing with each other in bad ways, let's say. If you think about America and Mexico, they have a tumultuous history. Man, look up tumultuous. I know I'm using it right, but
I think you're using it right, but saying it wrong.
What? What you mean?
You're saying tumultuous?
That is not how you say it's tumultuous.
That's
All
not
right,
what you said.
Look at it. I said tumultuous.
Okay.
Did you say tumultuous?
That's what I heard, but yes.
It's tumultuous, right?
See, there's an L that you're like sneaking in there somewhere.
Tumultuous.
No.
That's not how you say it? Or am I saying what I said that you thought I said?
I'm tired of this. Oh. No, you're right.
Ooh. Heating me up.
Wait.
Tumultuous.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, there it is. So tumultuous. Oh God. All right. So they have like a rough history, right? They're close by each other. America, Mexico, for instance, they've had several wars. America took a lot of Mexican territory back in the day. But think about it like this, okay? think about where we're at in 2025. America and Mexico, they're cordial now, right? Cordial, like may not like each other in some aspects, may like each other in other aspects, but cordial. If America decided randomly to take over El Salvador and say El Salvador is going to be an American country now, Mexico would probably be like, whoa, that reminds me of what was happening back in the day. You know what I'm saying? What's going to make you stop at El Salvador? Like, you know what, man, how do you say those words? It's like a normal word, but like,
you can say it several ways, like moving the goalpost, or like where do we draw the line, or
yeah, draw the line is what I'm looking for. Okay, so where is the line gonna be drawn? Like America saying, no, we just stopping at El Salvador. Don't worry, we not taking. It would be safe to assume Mexico would be wary because again of their history with the United States. So same thing goes for Poland and Russia. Russia used to be part of something called the Soviet Union, okay? Ukraine was a part of the Soviet Union and a few other countries along Eastern Europe. Poland was not a part of the Soviet Union. That's where a lot of people get confused. Poland was a country next to the Soviet Union, okay? But it's always seemed that Russia wanted to make Poland a part of that Soviet Union. At times, it's occupied sections of Poland. It sided with Germany in World War II to take over parts of Poland. And then Germany snaked out Russia and started taking over Russia. Then Russia looked at Poland and said, Poland, we changed our minds. Can you help us out? Poland said, ooh, I swear to God, you know. So they had to bail out Russia in instances. And then after World War II, Russia said, appreciate you, we out. We didn't do nothing wrong. Poland said, you're not finna apologize for taking over and stuff like that. You know, it's a tumultuous history. Again, I'm not trying to go full deep into it, but that's just like a little example about their back and forth with each other, okay? So as you can imagine, nowadays, 2025, Russia going into Ukraine, actually, well, when did that start? 2023, excuse me. 2023, 2024. When did Russia invade Ukraine?
2022.
2022. 2022. That's when it started? Wow. So Russia has been trying to invade Ukraine it's been a few years. So yeah. You know, so Russia going into Ukraine, as you can imagine, Poland sitting there going, ooh, they finna come for us like next, or they might be a little worried. And on top of that, in general, they just don't like Russia, you know? So Russia's saying, boy, we not finna bother you, man. Move. Like, we not worried about you, right? Then Russia decides to start flying drones over other countries' airspaces. It's like a power move in a sense, like, we can do this and you're not going to do anything about it. Now, in the higher sense of like political power, like in the world, you can't let, just like in real life, you can't let a bully you. You can't get pushed around, because if they find out they could push you around a little bit, they might push you around a lot of bit. You know what I'm saying?
Let them slide and start skating.
Exactly. That's exactly how Germany ran through countries in World War II. They started overstepping boundaries fast, though, faster than people could have expected. They said, all right, we're just going to take a little part of Poland. People said, don't do that. They took all of Poland. They said, y'all not finna do anything about it. Before people could react, Germany then takes over France. Boom! Occupies France, right? And it was just quick. So Russia flying drones over certain countries not doing anything about it. Not Poland, but they're flying drones over countries that used to be part of the Soviet Union to Ukraine, saying, oh, they're not doing anything about it? Okay, bet. Then they fly drones over Poland. Poland said, little boy, we was never fully a part of you like that. Watch out. Like, we like that. We part of NATO. We part of all that. Stop it. Russia said, or what? Poland shot down those drones immediately. All day drones, right? Poland said, we not finna be pushed around. So it's a bigger deal than it may seem, okay? They effectively stopped the power move and then jumped straight to Article 4, something called Article 4. Article 4 in NATO, okay? So that means they pull in the NATO alliance, everybody goes into a room and decide if actions will be taken against Russia. Russia's saving grace is alluding to the fact that if anybody wants to try it, we might go nuclear. Like, if anybody wants to try it, we might all go down. We could do this.
Lace them up.
That's Russia's saving grace. And it's got, and they're forming alliances with a bunch of other countries as well. So, it seems that they feel they have the power to make that step. Again, Poland is saying, not on my watch.
Russia really don't give a damn about us. That's the crazy part.
Russia, yo, man.
They are paying us dust.
That's the crazy part because, the United States is technically a declining empire. So under the United States' watch, it was basically the threat of like the United States will send its military after you if you play. Now, the United States, the money is stretched very thin. So Russia is basically playing its hand, saying like, okay, send your military if you want to, bleed out dry. If you send your military, then that's fine. You're going to spend millions, billions, trillions probably, and your empire is going to decline even faster. That's fine with us. We've already been to the bottom. That's what Russia's saying. We Soviet Union collapsed. We've already been to the bottom. We could take it there. We could go. We don't care. That's basically what Russia said.
That's what China said too with the terror war.
Yeah, China good. Like China
said, we'll wait it out.
China said the same thing. China said we've been here longer than most any other country, and we're gonna be here longer than most any other country. So we here. They said we here. It don't matter what the United States want to do. They losing money, but we gonna be here. When they gone, we might start taking over. Who knows? But that's basically where some of your world is at right now.
Just petty.
Yeah, it's all pettiness, pretty much. It's all history. It's all history, just like coming back. It's all unhealed wounds in a sense. If countries are people, what was that anime? There was an anime where the countries were people and all that. Yeah. Look that up. I actually kind of want to know the name of it. So. There was an anime that portrayed countries as people. If countries are people, it's basically a bunch of people that need to go to therapy. Okay.
Hetalia.
Hetalia?
Hetalia, Axis powers.
Has anybody watched that? It looked like it was gonna bang, but like.
Yeah, I don't know, but it focuses on the main Axis powers: Germany, Italy, Japan, and their interactions during World War II and other historical events. And each nation is a person, a character.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
All right. So anyways.
Let's take a break from politics real quick. Just in case you're not the type of person that wants to hear about history and how the world works. So let's jump into somebody else who probably needs therapy. And that's a man named Dame Dash. That's a man named Dame Dash. Now, for those of you who don't know who Dame Dash is, he's a legend, I would say, in the hip hop space. I would say he is a legend. Like Ja Rule is a legend. They're technically legends. There's no shade. I swear on everything, there's no shade in what I'm saying. Okay.
I love Ja Rule.
Shout out Ja Rule, man. Ja Rule had some hits, bro. Shout out Ja Rule. Hip hop legend, okay? Dame Dash, hip hop legend as well. Now, why I put them in the same sentence is because there is they're kind of made fun of in the hip hop space, depending on who you ask. We're not gonna get into Ja Rule, but let's focus on Dame Dash. Dame Dash is I don't even want to say made fun of, but I also don't want to say like not respected. There's like a middle line. Man, what's a word I'm trying to look for?
Not taken seriously, or
it just all sounds mean. But as long as you understand what I'm saying, then we're fine. Okay. So Dame Dash, the reason why he's, let's just say, not respected in the hip hop space is because he's been caught in a lot of lies. He's been caught in a lot of lies. Okay. And why I'm bringing him up is because he was on a show called The Breakfast Club recently, and he was caught in another lie. He said that what did he say?
He was the chairman of Revolt.
Yeah, he's a chairman of Revolt. Yes, Revolt is a company. They primarily, man, look it up for me. They do like magazines and like, they're just like a media company, right? So he said, I am a chairman of Revolt. Now it's wild because this is stuff that you can just like fact check, or this is stuff that you can ask. It's 2025. You know what I'm saying? So one of the folks from the Breakfast Club hits up Revolt. They said, hey, is Dame a chairman? They said, no. Revolt said, absolutely not. He is absolutely not a chairman.
Wait, girl.
What happened?
They suspended Jimmy Kimmel's show indefinitely because of what he said about Charlie Kirk.
Breaking news, I guess. Wait, what did he say about Charlie Kirk? What happened? Wait, what happened?
So I guess in his monologue, he had suggested that the, quote, MAGA gang was trying to score political points off of Kirk's unaliving.
Demise, right?
Yeah, and so ABC, Disney, they said that they strongly object to Kimmel's recent comments concerning Charlie Kirk and will replace the show with other programmings in its ABC affiliated markets.
Oh man, okay.
That's actually insanity.
Okay, let's push Dame to the side real quick.
Sorry,
all right,
Dame.
so yeah, we go. Conclusion for Dame's story. Yeah, he said he was a chairman of Revolt. They said he's not a chairman of Revolt. Anyway.
You're a liar. Okay, cool. Move on.
Yeah. So, listen. So, okay, why they felt comfortable doing this, I guarantee why they felt comfortable.
Who's they?
ABC and Disney. Why they felt comfortable with canceling Jimmy Kimmel's show anyway is because the ratings for late night TV, the ratings in general are down. Okay. A lot of networks are losing money off those legacy talk shows. So something like this, bro, if Jimmy Kimmel was at his height, think of it like that. If he said a monologue like this, there's no way they're letting him go.
Yeah, and well, I feel like Disney has been skewing on the conservative end lately, and they're just trying to keep that side of the country happy.
Yeah, and you know, this ties into everything that we're going to be talking about in this video. It's, you know, what is political and is it bleeding into like culture? Okay, so I feel like a lot of politicians and brands nowadays look at people as consumers. Okay, politicians look at people as consumers. Okay, I feel like almost everything is marketing. They look at people and say, how can I appease this person so they vote for me? Okay. Now, why I say this is because people in the MAGA space are usually better consumers, okay, in the marketing space.
They buy anything.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. So
Trump signed Bibles.
Yeah, so there you go. So stuff like that, right? So if Bernie Sanders decided to start selling Bernie Sanders Bibles, it probably wouldn't fly, you know what I'm saying? Or anything along that space. If he tried to sell stuff to people, people are like, whoa, you're trying to sell stuff to us now, Bernie? Like, we thought you was trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump doing that, selling Bibles, saying, I need money to build the wall from the American people. You know, I feel like his base, no, excuse me, I don't feel like, I know his base will consume that at a very high clip. So that's why you see that ad with Sydney Sweeney, right, with the jeans. They say it's just marketing, right? They're saying, who buys our jeans? Do, let's say, quote unquote, liberal folks in the political / cultural realm buy our jeans? Or does the culture of, woo, shout out Donald Trump, MAGA, right? Do they buy our jeans? And are they going to buy it at a higher clip? Let's start leaning towards them, okay? They're starting to see how much they buy, how much they vote, how passionate they are about things. So
that's where many grifters have become rich.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So
catering to
people, a conservative audience. Exactly. You know, we could get deeper into that, but before we do that, let's go back to Jimmy Kimmel. And it's very interesting because he's saying pretty much the same thing. He's basically saying he feels like Charlie Kirk's demise. What'd you say? What was the wording you used?
Me?
Yeah, girl. He said like it was like a.
Oh, about or what he said? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that they're trying to score political points off of. What happened?
Yeah. So it's like marketing. They're like trying to like market to their base. You know, hey, Charlie Kirk passed. We're going to do this, that, and the third. It's funny because that's what I was going to talk about today. Dang, is YouTube going to cancel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild because he literally just said something I view as a fact. What you got to understand is these are two separate topics. Charlie Kirk's demise is one topic, okay? And the White House's response is another separate topic, I feel, okay? So if you're talking, let's say, quote unquote, bad about how the White House responded, that doesn't mean you're talking about bad about what happened to Charlie Kirk, okay? Let's talk about specifically what I mean by marketing. For example, FBI Director Kash Patel. After Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Kash Patel goes on a press conference. Now, they had caught the man allegedly responsible, Tyler Robinson. And Kash Patel says, RP Charlie Kirk. Shout out Donald Trump, though. Shout out Donald Trump. Big shout out to Donald Trump for giving us the money and resources so we could catch this man in the first place. I said, what? I said, ain't no way.
You sure know how to lick a boot.
Bro, I said, during the press conference, like, damn, he goes on even further. He said, this would not be possible. This would not be possible without the help of the federal government. The federal government and the state government being locked in, being best friends. This wouldn't be possible without that. He said that like 5 times. I said, whoa. I said, who are we talking about again? Oh, yeah, we're talking about Charlie Kirk and the dude they believe responsible, Tyler Robinson.
They caught the wrong guy at first.
They got the wrong guy.
They were saying that he was Larry David. He did look like Larry David.
Okay, see, this is what I be talking about. Bro, remember what I said in the beginning of this podcast? Where I said, well, you have that one person that's in your life where you just get... Bro, we're talking about serious stuff and you talk about Larry David and them catching the wrong... I'm going to forget what I'm saying, man. I'm going to forget what I'm saying. You know I don't got a good memory like that. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but it's just funny that he just admitted to it, even though he didn't do it.
Who?
The original guy that they caught.
What? What are you talking about?
They thought this guy named George Zinn did it. They tagged him to the ground because moments after Charlie was
assassinated,
as you say, he had screamed that he did it. He did it.
He said he did it?
Like,
the George Zinn dude?
Yeah, I shot him. Now shoot me. I do it again. They had him on the ground. He looks like Larry David. Turns out he falsely confessed because that's just what he does. And he's also arrested on other crimes, but obstruction of justice is one of them.
Whoa.
Just some 71-year-old guy
man, that's kind of sad though. That's kind of sad because maybe bro just needs like, you know, maybe he just needs some help, bro, or something like that. Maybe this is like a cry for help or something like that. Damn.
Yeah, but you know, I don't feel that bad for him. He's also being booked for like cupcake chasing, so...
Oh, for those of you that don't know what cupcake chasing is, look in the comments. Somebody will answer that for you, but it's not good. But anyway, nah, man, like
this is a strange start
to
the story already. And then after that, then it was a whole manhunt, and then they found the actual guy. And
Tyler Robinson.
Yes.
Okay.
Tyler Robinson.
Now, remind me, what was I saying before you told me about George Zinn, which is a very interesting story, by the way? Ha! Hey, you pulled us off the track. Hey, you got to put us back on. What are we talking about? Let's just wrap things up with the FBI director in his speech after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. It seemed like it was a marketing campaign for Donald Trump's base. Oh, you know what? There was another instance, actually. The FBI director was pulled into a meeting with some political folks. It was like Senate. It was like House of Republicans. It was something, all right? And they have him sitting down, and he's just going off on somebody, basically saying, I'm out of order, you're out of order. You know, what is Donald Trump's base like? Strength, okay? So FBI director.
What they perceive as strength.
Exactly. It's what they perceive as strength. It's all marketing, remember. So, Kash Patel is just going off. As soon as he sits down, he just screw-faced. Foul mood, like
I wish that dork would.
Foul mood. He's saying, I'm out here trying to do my job. I'm out here trying to save lives. I'm telling you, this dude is putting on a show, right? The dude, speaking to him, deposing him is like, you think I'm scared of you?
I'm on crit. Like, that's what I'm saying.
He like, on what? Wait. Did he just say on crit?
Yes.
You can't say that. Them folk could come knocking on our door real quick. We from the birthplace of them folk. We from Los Angeles, California. Excuse my sister. Hey, my crip friends listening out there, she ain't mean that.
I'm a Valley girl. I just be saying stuff. I don't know.
Girl, that's like cultural appropriation. Regardless, he said, you think I'm scared of you? Cash said, you don't gotta be scared of me. But if I was you, I'd be scared of me. He ain't said, I'm getting a little carried away. But he was along those lines. Like he was going like off of anything. They'd ask him like any simple question and he would go at them. And now, hold on. On the other hand, they understand that. The people going at him, and I keep saying the people, at this point, I kind of want to know who they are. Who was he being interviewed by? Who was he deposed by? It was like Senate, whatever. It was some committee or something.
Yeah, right. FBI director clashes with House lawmakers.
House.
This is over Epstein files, though.
Yeah, but they were talking about, they were also talking about...
Charlie Kirk?
I don't know, actually. They were talking about stuff in general, no? There was multiple topics. Yeah, it was like a general thing. So
it was the House.
It was the House.
So he faced House grilling after tense Senate clashes over the Kirk assassination.
Okay. Yeah. So wait. Did you just say Senate?
Kash Patel faces House grilling after tense Senate clashes over Kirk assassination.
Girl, you know what? What I tell you about Xevi and the whole political space and all that, Xevi don't want to do that. Xevi want to talk about what is actually happening. House, Senate, hoobla. It don't matter. All right.
I miss talking about Dame Dash now.
People, that's what I'm saying. People across political lines, whatever. The whole point is they were both putting on a show, it seems, right? To market to their bases, right? They can't let Kash Patel just push him around. First of all, actually, to be fair, I don't know if bro said, you think I'm scared of you? If he was actually, feeling some type of way, or if he was trying to portray strength on his own. It's kind of like Gavin Newsom and Donald Trump, their whole tiff, right? It's Gavin Newsom crossing his arms, making a stand. I'm not saying any of this is right or not right. I just want to be clear.
I do laugh when he says tough guy.
Yeah, that's how they be arguing, bro. Donald Trump be coming out saying something to Gavin Newsom, say, hey, you think you're some kind of tough guy? Hey, my name's Gavin. All right. You don't push around Gavins where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. Like, regardless, it just goes to what I'm saying. I feel like politics nowadays is just like, who best you can market to. Actually, it might have always been like that, but I digress. I have a question for you, Manda. If you were the Senate, House, whatever person sitting up there and you were going at Kash Patel, do you think you could contain yourself in a sense? I want you to answer this at home too, or wherever you are. Do you think you could contain yourself in a sense if somebody like going at you, like if you're like supposed to be like a senator or like a House member and you're supposed to like, sit there and be like super mature and stuff like that. If somebody goes at you crazy and says, boy, I'll do what I want. And then the FBI director, what are you going to say? Do you think you could like be the mature one?
I always say I meet people where they're at.
Oh, interesting. So, interesting.
I can be as mature as you are.
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. If Kash Patel was coming at me crazy, respectfully, it don't matter who he is. I feel like I don't care if I get unelected the next day. It's up. Ignorance will take over.
It has to.
Ignorance will always win. As far as I'm concerned, hey, whether you vote for me, you vote for me. Whether you don't, you don't. But the ignorance will win. I'm going to look at the camera and say, hey, base, I'm going to still rock with your policies. I'm going to still do what's right by you. But this man tripping.
Call him a twerp and resign.
Bro, I will have the worst hearings. I would have the worst hearings on planet Earth. My base would have to call me to the side. Be like, Xevi, we really trying to do the whole mature thing. Like, can you tone it down a little bit? I said, man, it's up. You hear how he talking to us? You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna run this. He ain't gonna run us.
You gonna take that?
Yeah, I'm riling everybody up. Matter of fact, I feel like if I get in that room, we all coming out ignorant.
Oh my God.
Yeah, them senators start wearing sideways caps. We going crazy on Cash. It's gonna be a bad hearing. We finna be there all day. I'm gonna say, matter of fact, bring out your boy Donald. We gonna do this right now.
All right.
We gonna do this right now. We gonna do this talking right now. You see, they already done riled me up on this podcast. They already done riled me up.
You're getting a little warm there.
Bring him out. Bring him out.
I think you're perspiring.
You know what I'm saying? I low-key am. Yeah. Man, I'd be the worst politician. Oh my days.
I feel like I'd be a good politician.
Bro, it's too much sometimes, bro. How they be talking in these hearings and how they be going. He was yelling at bro when I was watching. Bro, I wish we could pull up clips on thing, but I'm telling you, no exaggeration, Kash Patel was going wild on him, saying like, man, y'all out of order. Like, y'all bringing me here when I'm trying to do my job. Like, y'all ask me these dumb questions. Like, what are y'all doing? And most folks sitting there patient, nodding their heads. Patient.
But I feel like those type of people are always the first people to fold when you read, like, people act like that.
Like, which people are you talking
like,
about?
Oh, Kash Patel. Yeah. Okay. Like, they're the first people to fold as soon as you raise your voice an octave.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Quickly.
Yeah. I feel like low key, it may be dangerous because, how far is too far though? Because if y'all start really I feel like Donald Trump and, the people around his political sphere, like Kash Patel and them, they're kind of able to push the length of ignorance very far. Like, if you're in a shouting match with him at this point, like 5 minutes in, I feel like Kash Patel and like Donald Trump, they can get away with that. They're kind of known for that. But if you're in a shouting match, that's kind of crazy, Even let's say go to 10 minutes. Let's say to go to 15 minutes and you guys are arguing. Now you can like hear 10 minutes, 15 minutes of straight arguing when you're supposed to have a hearing, a meeting. Now people are gonna be like, oh, the American government is this. Oh, the American government is that. I feel like
it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Yeah,
but maybe that's annoying.
But would you think that you might have some sort of responsibility at a certain point to like not make us all look crazy? It's like
we land on me.
It's like we going out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? And somebody who's always known for arguing starts arguing with you. You start arguing back, okay? And then you just keep arguing with that person continuously. At a certain point, people are gonna be like, "Oh man, those people just always argue when we go out. They always argue." You know what I mean? Like you're automatically like gonna be linked to that in a sense.
Yeah, fair, but I mean, kangaroo court. Like
you're saying I'm good with that, right?
I mean, it depends. Like, the way he was shouting, I feel like it's just gonna be up. We gotta lace him up at this point. But I understand like your point.
Yeah, no, I say that as a point. But the funny thing is, like, I'm still not abiding by that point. Like, if it gets too far, I'm gonna say, see me outside, but like not like that. But I feel like we can have this debate.
It's just like that, actually.
No, we can have this debate another time. Like seriously, we can have this debate another time. Let's like keep it at what it's kept at. And then, bro, it's probably frustrating to be a politician nowadays, man. I'm telling you, because again, it's all about that marketing. Because Kash Patel will probably sit there, look you dead in the eye, and be like, "Ain't no need to have a debate after this. I already won. Next." Damn.
Yeah.
Then we ignorant.
Now I gotta double it.
Then you double it.
I'm
and then
the bad guy.
Then you double it. You the bad guy. But then your base is looking at you like, man, shout out Amanda. But I feel like sometimes she's not that mature. We need strong leadership now. Donald Trump, he's like very childish. Kash Patel, they're always arguing. We need somebody who's mature. We don't want a person arguing, and we don't want a person who's immature. Anywho, you were telling me outside you wanted to talk. Let's get off this topic like for a second. Let's branch back to something that I think is a little more interesting when it comes to this political stuff adjacent, which is what you brought up, Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh right, yeah. He got
his show is just gone.
Canceled. Yeah,
his show's just gone
indefinitely. So.
Wow, it's a new world, huh? Like seriously, on God, that's not it. That's truly not it. Because I keep seeing reports that Jimmy Kimmel said this about Charlie Kirk, so his show must be canceled. But like, it's clear that he didn't like say anything directly to or towards Charlie Kirk, man. That sounds like This sounds like media censorship in its finest.
He didn't say anything completely insane, which is the ironic part.
Yeah,
because it was just free speech.
And it seemed like he was, and free speech is one thing, but I'm saying he's speaking directly towards Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying what Donald Trump and, you know, the FBI director, he's saying what they did in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to like blur the lines between the two. It just seems weird, you know?
Yeah, and there's like a whole list of meteor firings and suspensions that's happened because of speaking or even saying, I guess, Charlie Kirk's name at this point. Like the NBC political analyst, a Washington Post columnist, a Sports Sun reporter, a Carolina Panther. It goes on.
So it goes on. So it really just seems like they're saying get with it or get out the way. Didn't another late night show, didn't another show get canceled? Because Colbert. Wasn't he talking about the White House and they canceled the show too or something like that?
Yeah, Stephen Colbert.
For like similar things, talking about Donald Trump or the White House?
He was pretty notorious for having a strong dislike for Trump.
Stephen Colbert.
And Trump also had a dislike for Colbert.
Okay. So people assume that it was because of all the constant talking about Donald Trump where Stephen Colbert got canceled. Okay. It's sad because, you know, I would argue that these folks, and I don't know about everybody on the list. Let me just speak about Jimmy Kimmel to be clear. They're saying things that aren't bad about Charlie Kirk. It's just
matter of fact.
It's just matter of fact in a sense. They're saying Donald Trump seemed like he did not care about Charlie Kirk. That's what he said. From what I see, that's what he said. So to extrapolate on that and say, oh, you know what, don't talk bad about Charlie Kirk is wild. I really do think that is a step beyond the realm of like what. Boy, I'm using all these big words and all that. Look,
I'm impressed.
Oh, you didn't think I had it in you?
I really didn't.
You didn't think your little brother had, you know, the brain and all that. But you know what he's really trying to say, what your little brother really trying to say, simply enough, is it just seems like media censorship in its finest. Okay,
absolutely.
It seems like an excuse to get rid of him. And again, we're talking about those ratings from earlier. You know, I feel like there's like no loyalty there in a sense. Like I feel like if ABC and all that was if he was bringing in the cash, bringing in the money like that, they would be on his side in a heartbeat, saying what he said about Donald was from his heart. Shout out Jimmy Kimmel, all that. You know what I'm saying? But they feel like he's dispensable. What's the word? Disposable. You know. And so they let him go. So that's not cool, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Trump, like, he was literally celebrating it, but he was saying that, like, oh, Kimmel, he was fired because he lacks talent. That's like his.
Come on, man. Didn't he got like Grammys? Emmy.
Not Grammys. Yeah, Emmys. But he's literally urging like NBC to fire the other late night show hosts like Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers. So how can you say, oh, it's because of lack of talent?
That's wild. He's going for the whole list. And it seems like they're obliging because it seems like Donald Trump's basically got that buying power. Again, they got that buying power. It seems like they want to please that base. But, you know, I would say it's a little risky. Because, hey, what is that? Like 30% of America, they say, is Donald Trump's like hardcore base. Because there's going to be outrage for Jimmy Kimmel. In fact, you said... and you say like there was popping up and saying like people were coming out saying they was outraged about Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, a lot of celebrities like Ben Stiller, people have been coming out and showing their disapproval.
Yeah, so you know ABC and them might be turning their tune real quick. They I swear there's no loyalty there, man. They just look at the numbers. It just starts leaning towards that. You know, people start saying, you know, that does seem like media censorship. Let's listen to what Jimmy Kimmel said. It doesn't seem that bad. ABC might be like, hey, you know what, Jimmy Kimmel, you know, hey, you know, we thought what you said was bad, but upon further review, maybe you should get your show back and all that. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, definitely curious to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah, like what they say next, what ABC and them say next. Hey man, you know, I'm tired of this too. I'm tired of talking to Jimmy. I'm tired of talking about the political space. This is why, man, I swear this is why I don't be talking about politics on God. Because, bro, you know what? I just realized something, Amanda. I'm interested in politics. I'm interested in history. I'm very interested in those things. But when it comes to like looking at it from the broader sense, it's so difficult. Oh, I figured it out. It's so difficult nowadays because we're in it, bro. So I feel like the difference between myself and somebody who would like really love politics, like Hassan Piker. Yeah, exactly. So Hassan is like into politics, like for what it is nowadays, like who's going to vote for who, why should we vote for this person, policies, all that. I'm interested in politics from the lens of why someone is doing something, why a politician is doing something. You know what I mean? I don't care about Donald Trump's policies. But what I am interested in is Donald Trump's place in history and the connection and the relation between why he's doing. Did you know Make America Great Again was Ronald Reagan's slogan? Did you know that Ronald Reagan's policies, everything Ronald Reagan did is basically a one-to-one mirror of what Donald Trump is doing today? He looked back into history and decided to copy him because it worked for it worked for Reagan. Make the rich richer, make the poor poorer. Donald said, let me just do the same thing. Reagan was really good at marketing. He was an actor, right? Donald said, I can do that. Donald did it. And that's why Donald has such a strong base. Okay. That's what I'm interested in. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Right? Not in terms of policies and all that, but in terms of
how things tie into the world historically.
Yeah. How things tie into like the world historically and why a politician might be doing certain things. So that's what we're going to be focusing on this channel from now on. I've just made this decision. Breaking news. When we talk about like politics and all that, y'all gonna have to go to a whole nother channel if we talking about like current politics and all that. What Donald Trump said, nah, we're not doing that. We talking about historical aspects as to why somebody would do a certain thing. Woo! We keeping this in the podcast. Why I feel this is necessary to say, because I feel like we're a team. On God, I feel like the folks that be watching us, I feel like we're a team. So wherever I want to go, like direction wise or whatever we do, the next iteration of what Xevi is going to be doing in terms of media and all that, I want y'all to always know, and I want y'all to have an input. So leave in the comments too, if y'all are cool with politics, history, like what y'all rock with in general.
Well, that was long-winded.
Yeah, man. You know, it was like a Jimmy Neutron's brain blast. Shout out to Affion Harris. Shout out Af from RDC. He got me on a whole like a throwback cartoon tip, like just remembering old phrases from like old cartoons and all that. Jimmy Neutron. If y'all too young to know what Jimmy Neutron is, then woo boy, we the unks and aunties of today's age. But Jimmy Neutron had these things called brain blasts when he like realized something and all that. Didn't he say got a blast? No, he didn't say that for that.
I think he said got a blast at one point.
When he was like flying spaceships and stuff like that. He was like, that was like his little catchphrase or something like that. What did he say with the brain blast and stuff like that? He said,
I mean, his like head would start pulsing or something.
His head would start bulging?
Start pulsing, or his brain starts pulsing. I don't know.
He would like do that little That's So Raven thing, right? It would like, the camera would like zoom in on him and
it would go inside his brain, and we'd see his brain, all the synapses firing.
Right. Oh, right. That's exactly what happened. See, shout out Auntie, man. She be remembering stuff way better from back then, because when you alive, like when you fully cognizant from back in the day, you be remembering. Hey, man, what was that? What was they doing? I'm not even gonna get cold. I'm not even gonna go there.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. If I say something, I'm the bad guy. Whoa.
Hey, in the 70s, when it was that Woodstock thing, what was that one band from 1973?
What are you talking about? Yeah, I think Woodstock was 1969.
Oh, you would know. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't give me ammo, please.
Honestly, I just said a number. I don't know.
You just said a number?
Yeah.
See, this is the conversations we be having outside of the podcast. We be talking about a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
And I realized
it was 1969.
Oh, but did you really randomly guess that? or were you calling back from your memories?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, regardless, this is why we be getting off track. Boy, you know what's crazy? If we just opened the clip and we just yapped and we just talked, there would be no topics. I don't know where we would end up. We talking about Woodstock. Oh my days.
That's crazy. It only happened once.
It has been time to end this podcast for the better part of 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I'd say an hour.
Or so, if you're still here, we going on into the night. Look at the time on your podcast. You see 12 hours ahead because we went on. We going on into the night. Fooled you. You looked and you saw that there was like 30 seconds left because we're ending it right here. All right, y'all. Blessings. If you really did make it this far, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Thanks. Blessings. Love. And we'll see y'all on the next one. This was fun. I like this one.
Oh, because you don't have to edit it.
I'm keeping all that in there. Or you are, rather, because you're editing it. See ya.